5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
This is About Space, America's return to space, with news and information on our U.S. space program. Is your host of About Space, David Denault.
Welcome and thanks for joining me today. In our continuing series, Return to the Moon to Stay poses a serious and possibly deadly concern for astronauts, especially in the development of a new spacecraft. So, how will astronauts stay safe? Our Washington Bureau Chief, Rick Potluck, will join us next on About Space Today. Are you ready to fly away on a dream vacation? For cruises and all-inclusive resort vacations, call D&D Cruise and Tours at 877-747-8631. That's 877-747-8631. And see us on Facebook, D&D Cruise and Tours, where your dreams become a reality. Our weekend for two at the oceanfront Best Western Cocoa Beach in Florida is Paula Teeple. Paula, you have 24 hours to claim your weekend on beautiful, sun-bleached Cocoa Beach, Florida. Email us at info@aboutspace.today. Welcome back. With more about crew safety in space is Rick Potluck from our Washington Bureau.
David, in this episode of About Space Today, we'll examine the influence of space radiation during the development of the Orion multi-purpose crew vehicle. And who better to do this than NASA's Management and Integration Specialist for the Orion Crew and Service Module, Laura Kearney.
We're responsible for developing the crew capsule, which is where the crew lives and works when they're in space, and the service module, which is what provides the power and the fuel and the consumables, and that is plumbed over to the crew module. So right now I focus a lot of my time on the development of the life support system for the Orion crew module. Space puts us in a different environment. When we're here on Earth, we don't realize every day we're protected by the environment around us. Our bodies are at a certain pressure, we're protected by the natural radiation shield of the Earth, and when we go out into space and we don't have that natural protection, then the engineering in the spacecraft has to provide that protection for us. We don't have the ultimate answer for radiation on Orion. We're still working on that. If we were to build Orion out of the materials we need and the sole job was to protect for the radiation environment, the vehicle would really be too heavy. So we have to balance the weight of the materials that we put on the spacecraft with how much protection it's providing the crew. So we're really looking at it from an operational perspective. If we understand a radiation event has happened, the crew will actually take shelter in the aft bay of the vehicle, which is kind of down in the back end. And we'll use some of the stowage things that are around them in that back end to kind of protect them from the radiation. We have found over the years that water is a really great radiation absorbing material. So we could do things like water that's already there in the water bags for drinking and things like that. That water could be used to shield them. As well as we've had some concepts like a water-filled vest that they could put on should they know there's an event and need to be protected.
Astronaut Sunny Williams explains how today's students can get involved in the NASA Exploration Design Challenge, and I'll have details at the end of the show.
Hi, my name is Sunny Williams. I'm a flight engineer on the International Space Station. Outside the protection of Earth's atmosphere is a universe full of radiation. It's everywhere. Space radiation, sometimes called cosmic radiation, is different from the types of radiation you find on Earth. It has very different effect on human DNA, cells, and tissues, and it's very difficult to predict the long-term effects of space radiation on the human body. Because of this uncertainty, we are running experiments to learn more about radiation. Some of the radiation detectors are small, others are a little bit bigger. Outside of the space station, we also have Materials International Space Station Experiment 8, called MISSY-8, and it's also gathering data to help us understand radiation protection required for interplanetary flight. We are charting a pathway for your generation's journey further into space, and we need your help. So get involved with NASA's newest design challenge, the Exploration Design Challenge.
This challenge is charting your journey to Mars by tracking one of the major challenges to deep space long-duration exploration, namely the dangers associated with radiation and the need to protect our astronauts as they venture into places never visited by humans before.
Register now for the Exploration Design Challenge. You and your team may be the student engineers who help NASA develop the technology needed to protect astronauts from space radiation as they travel to the Moon, asteroids, and Mars aboard the Orion. Chart your pathway to Mars.
For more information, you can write to info@nasa.gov/education/edu. That address again is info@nasa.gov/education/edu. Reporting from the Washington News Bureau, I'm Rick Potlock.
Thanks, Rick. This is just another example for young people to get involved with the future of space exploration. And stand by for my special announcement.
50 years ago, we pioneered a path to the moon. The trail we blazed cut through the fictions of science and showed us all what was possible.
Very pretty out here.
We're going.
We are going.
We are going.
We're going.
Are you going? To join us to be among the first to witness American astronauts, to be launched from American soil on American rockets from the Kennedy Space Center. We are taking reservations.
Yes, we are taking reservations, and I'd like to introduce you to our host hotel, the Best Western on the ocean at Cocoa Beach. Here's manager Jamie Trujillo.
The best part of hospitality is the people, and the comments that we get, whether it's about the fire pit or the pool area or about the beaches, the ones that resonate and the ones that mean the most to me are the comments about the staff and the interactions and the engagement they've had with either myself or a member of our breakfast team or someone at the front desk. So when a guest leaves here and they leave with that positive emotion and that memory, that's what our business is really about.
Yes, we are taking reservations. I would hope that each of you could join us when we witness the first manned launch of SpaceX Dragon. For details, see our Facebook page, aboutspace.today. And all it takes is a $25 per person deposit to guarantee your reservation. Thank you for joining me, and be sure to share our program with your family and friends. And join me next week for Going on Orion, in our series, Return to the Moon to Stay. I'm David Denault, and this has been About Space Today.